Death of toddler Jada Justice has been ruled a homicide, and the suspects are in custody this weekend.
Jada's body was discovered Thursday in rural LaPorte County in northwest Indiana. Michelle Gallardo joining us now with more on this story. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning, Kevin and Stacey. Well, this morning, both Jada's babysitter and her boyfriend are being held without bond at the Lake County Jail. They're both facing charges of murder, neglect, battery, and false informing. This is the area near Otis in LaPorte County, Indiana, where police say they found the body of 2-year-old Jada Justice. Her cousin had told investigators that Justice disappeared from her car June 16th during a stop at this Gary gas station. A frantic search for the toddler ensued until suspect Tim Tachek told police a different story. It was his information that finally led them to their gruesome find.
We showed them a photograph of the girl during the autopsy as best we could. It was a very difficult thing, of course, to do. That spares them the what I do describe as the hell of having to look at the body.
Authorities have now filed murder charges against Angelica Castillo, Jada's cousin and babysitter, and against her boyfriend, Tim Tachek. Detectives say Tachek told them that he and Castillo had several lines of heroin before going to bed the night before Jada's death. The next morning, he said he found Angelica spanking Jada and pulling her hair. Later that evening, he realized Jada was not breathing. Angelica began screaming and crying. He says they then placed Jada's body in garbage bags. They tried to light her body on fire, but there was an explosion that burned him in the face and arms. Then they put her body in a tub and filled it up with concrete, and only later came up with the story about Jada being abducted. Castillo's attorney says none of it is true.
A plea of not guilty will be entered at the first opportunity. And we believe that once all of the evidence is presented to a fair and impartial jury, she will be cleared of responsibility for her cousin's death.
Castillo and Tachek will have their first appearance before a judge on Monday. Jada's father has still not spoken publicly, but says he plans to do so at a memorial for his daughter, and that will take place in East Chicago's Todd Park at noon today. Kevin and Stacey.
It's so tough.
That is such a disturbing story. All right.
It is very tragic.
Thank you very much, Michelle.